peppy then. Wow. Look at that. Oh yeah. Wait, is that a rock? She rips, boys. She rips. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Impact Moto. First thing you might notice, 690 has a little bit of a different sound. I put a Wings exhaust on it a couple weeks ago, and I'm finally able to get out the house and go test it out. Multiple other things have been done. I did a Rottweiler fuel dongle for bottom end torque. I did the off-road dongle for ABS setting memorization, especially useful when you kill it going up a hill. It doesn't reset all your ABS settings. Let's see, what else did I do? Oh, the Bark Buster handguards. That was one we all knew was coming. Anyway, yeah, so a few new mods this time. Oh yeah, and I got a better mount for this phone, which now it does not rattle out, which is great. We are currently less than a mile into the very start of Government Mountain Road. Also, the primary reason for this whole trip anyway is to rescue a bungee cord. I left my favorite stretchy adjustable bungee cord up at that campsite from that video, and so I figure while I'm out here going on another Motocamp, I may as well swing by that spot at a minimum, pick it up. We'll putt our way up this mountain and see what kind of trouble there is to get into. Pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far. It sure beats the purr that it had before. It's closer to moped than it was dirt bike. I wouldn't say she screams. That XRL just sounds amazing, but it's at least significantly better. And the bottom end torque does appear to be improved from that Rottweiler dongle, fueling dongle. So yeah, overall, some good mods so far. I've got one more that's uninstalled currently, which is the Rade Garage auxiliary tank for this thing. Fits under the sink, holds another 6 liters, like 1.2 gallons or something. And the nice thing is, that should get me pretty close to what the XRL range was, which I was very happy with. It feels good to get out on the old thumper though. Nice thing about that ABS dongle is, even though I stopped and took a break, got some water and stuff, turned it back on, traction control remains off, it stays in the off-road mode, and the ABS is on front wheel only, which is exactly how I would prefer. Coming in hot. So you're already able to see a little bit of what's going on here. Over there is Walla Walla. And we're getting some elevation already. I don't know if it was that road there, but there is one of these roads that kind of comes up this hill. and it's pretty dang steep. I've been up and down it, but one time going down it, it was a little bit muddy. It's a good thing I knew how to drive that day. This place is gorgeous. So there you go, that's 2,500 RPM. Not the torquiest thing down there. There you go. 3,500 feels much better. It's peppy then. Crazy thing is it revs all the way to 9. Alright. This spot's kind of interesting. Been through here a bunch of times. Yeah. Let's ride this for a sec. Loose. Alright. At least I can slide that rear. That is sweet. Nice. Long story short, lots been going on in my life lately. Needed a nice weekend out in the woods. I remember coming up here when I was early 20s, taking my truck up here as far as I could get, at least in the snow. Now I'm back and still a hooligan. Alright, this is the uphill stretch that's usually difficult in the snow. It's on the backside of one of these hills, and early season it's usually basically impassable. It's impassable. And it's so much cooler up here in the woods. At least 15 degrees. It was something like 93 down in town today. And this is just a comfortable, ooh, look out, little chipmunk. This is a comfortable like 80 or 75. So yeah, especially with a breeze from riding, perfect. I remember one time being up here on the Africa Twin early season, and the snow was here, and I tried to turn around there. It was almost the very first drop. Ooh, I wonder, is this private property? Went bankrupt signing his own property. Interesting. Do not remember that. Let's see if we can find the correct fork in the road, which must be that one. I think what happened was they recently regraded all this for his driveway, and it looked more like the real road than the real road. Yeah. That's probably what happened. Alright, check back here in a bit. Wow. Cool place. Huh. Really loose after the regrading in here. Gotta be careful. Wow. Look at that. Just awesome. Gotten rougher since I was up here. I remember this. Back when I was in school, a friend of mine had a 87 4Runner that we high-centered on that berm before they decided freedom ain't free. We were up here for hours, rocking it back and forth on the transmission brace. Finally got it unstuck. That's a good memory. Check back in here in a bit. Well, it's been a rocky road for a while here. As usual, it's all about that momentum vector and balance. And when the rocks get big like that, part of balance means being ready to be off balance either direction about 3 inches, which is why you see me shifting my body weight back and forth relative to the bars, because the rocks are kicking around underneath me, and I'm doing this to keep my center of mass over where the wheels are. Yeah, I definitely do not remember it being so rough. Wow. It doesn't matter what the road is like. I love this place. This is one of those Jeep trails. I think I've been up this one time in somebody else's Jeep, and I remember this one. Get out. Okay. Yeah, so this is Government Mountain Road, how I remember it, this part at least. Whoop. Oh, it's so fun to ride. People in a Jeep doing it like this. Second gear, just like, oh yeah, this is 4x4. Ah, I'm so glad I'm out in the woods enjoying these roads. Oh yeah. Wait, is that a rock? No thanks. Let's have a moment of almost silence. Alright, so if I remember right, we're something like halfway through this road in relation to where it pops out as that fork for Tiger Creek. So it's just more of this for a little bit. I'll check back in here in a little bit. Well, we popped out here. Okay. Interesting. I don't remember this part specifically, but it popped out to a pretty sweet view. I can't afford to take my eyes off the road for long. Huh. Back into the trees. Oop, that was too close to the edge. I fell in. And tight here. Huh. Main road goes this way, I'm pretty sure. The Blue Mountains. So, TKC 80 up front and Anarchy Wild in the rear. So I'm far too cheap to replace them in pairs, you know. I've done all this without billet aluminum brake reservoir covers. How about that? This is the kind of riding where it's truly fun and hard. If it got any more technical than this to slow you way down, the fun part goes away. But I can say now, since this has mostly been first gear romping, that pipe does get hot, no doubt. I don't know if that's just because I haven't done much first gear romping on this thing yet, or because of that fueling dongle, dumping a little extra fuel in there, float the body weight. But it is interesting to note. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, second gear for a split second. Nice view though. I'm gonna get some water. We'll be back in a minute. What a spot. That is a heck of a view, and there are hammock spots in here and a fire pit. This is spot number 1. We might be back here. Whoa. Yo. We're gonna fix that real quick. Well, the views keep on coming. This is the other side of the same mountain. Just kind of crossed over the top there. It's a pretty interesting place up here. We must be getting close to Tiger Creek here. I smell the tigers. Okay, so here is where Government Mountain hops out on Tiger Creek, and we are going up. Here just great to have 70 horsepower on tap when you want it. Yeah! Let's see if we can't get to camp. Eat some food and see where tomorrow takes us. We got a lot of time, but this bike doesn't have a lot of fuel. So let's see, I'm 33 miles in only, but I've been doing some first gear, so that's probably about half my range, to be honest. Wish it had a fuel gauge. That would be kind of a nice add, KTM. But in any case, I think you can get fuel at Tollgate, which would be not too far out of the way. So we'll have to see how that goes. If nothing else, I should be able to drop down into Dayton, fuel up, and then I might even go north to, I think it's Pomeroy, which is kind of headed towards Lewiston, and then you can come south from Pomeroy back into the same forest area, but you have to kind of go around and come south from the north side. So yeah, that's probably what we'll do if there's any question about fuel range left. She rips! You definitely don't want to be going full blast around a corner and find a truck. That's a worse day for you than it is for the guy in the truck. Nice. Check back in here in a bit. Man, I am loving the sound of this thing. Coming up some of these hills. Yeah, it's just so much better when you're a little bit of a hooligan with your exhaust. It has to make it at least twice as fun. Alright, so this is where you would take a left, go that way for Table Rock and the route down to Dayton. But this right here is the way that you go toward Jubilee Lake and my missing bungee cord. There we go. What do we got? I say bungee, 80% odds. Bungee. Looks like it's gone. That is a bungee bummer. Good thing I brought a backup. Well, I'm gonna do some noodling, figure out what we're doing next. We might carry on, but this may be camp. Gotta look at the clock and figure a few things. Stay tuned. Hey, found this bungee. Nice. I like this one because it's got this convenient adjuster strap. Oh, it found it in the fireplace though, so I wonder, or the fire pit. I wonder if somebody picked it up and then decided to leave it for somebody. I don't know. I could stay in the same spot. Somebody recognized the oh, what's the word? Thumbnail from another video. Anyway, still thinking we might stay here, might not. 6 o'clock, no water, just great. The old KTM 690 camp, and we'll hit the trail in the morning. I think we're headed down to Dayton. Stay tuned. This is definitely the most red sunset I've ever seen. I hope that's coming through. That is gorgeous.